Hi, I'm Jeff, and welcome to another one of my videos where I give you the opportunity to test your comic book grading skills up against actual results from CGC. Kind of. This video is going to be different this time. Usually what we do is we take a look at books that I made video of when they were raw. We assess them for any damage, any defects. We give our best guess as to what we think the grade might be, and then we compare that guess up against the results from CGC. Well, it's unclear exactly how this happened, but I don't have video for these books. These books were donated, by the way, made available to all of us by best friend to the channel, Octavio. I don't think there would be this video series anymore on this channel if it wasn't for Octavio. Octavio, thank you so much for continuing to make your submissions available to all of us to practice our comic book grading skills. So I don't have video of these books in the raw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox them. I'm going to cover the grade. I'm going to look at them myself really quickly. And I'm basically just going to give you my gut instinct as to what the grade might be. I also am going to provide video of these books in their holder so that you have an opportunity to assess them so that you can come up with a guess, so it's a little bit truer of a test your comic book grading skills for you. But of course, looking at the book through a video on your screen when it's already encapsulated in the plastic with glare and stuff like that, this is far from ideal. We're just going to try something here for fun, so please take it in the spirit that it is intended. So let's go ahead and dig in. There are 4 books, I believe, in here, if I have my information and my memory is correct. So we're just going to look at them. So I like to unbox them in front of you. I like to show you how they pack them. This size box is the size box CGC uses for, I believe, 3, 4, and 5 book submissions. So it's the same size box here for this 4-book submission. And they pack things the same way every time for this. They put them all in here. They wrap them with bubble wrap right there. This is not moving around very much, so I think it looks like they actually may have put a little bit extra bubble wrap in here, which I appreciate, CGC. An extra whatever 10 cents of bubble wrap is going to protect you from returns and reholdering and paying for shipping and stuff like that. Yeah, they put extra bubble wrap in here. Good for them. That was a good call, CGC. Okay, and as always, they put this cardboard on the front and on the back, and they cover it with a rubber band, or hold it together with a rubber band. Now I want to find the back. Okay, these are the backs. Okay, great. This is set up exactly the way I want it. So once again, as a reminder, I haven't seen any of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the book, and then I'm going to show you the video that I made of it so that you can assess it. This first book is X-Men 60. So I'm going to take a look at it, and I'm going to assess the grade, and I'm going to cover the grade the entire time. I'm not going to cheat. Let's have you now go ahead and take a look at some of the video that I made of this book after it was graded. First up, we have X-Men issue number 60. This is the origin and first appearance of Sauron, Dr. Karl Lykos. Well, you can see pretty well inside the case. I found some favorable lighting. So this is kind of sort of working. You can see all the color-breaking spine ticks there up and down the spine. There are a decent amount of them, and they're more than minimal. Meaning I see some that like barely reach out from the spine. Those are reaching out by a good deal. But the rest of this book looks really, really great. It's really only along the spine there that I see much by way of problems. On the back, it looks really, really good as well. All these books were pressed and cleaned. This one looks like it. This one looks really, really great. The white on it looks really, really great. Yeah, this is some good stuff here. Now, there's a bit of a miswrap there. That's not going to affect the grade at all. But what it does do is you can see the color-breaking spine ticks a little bit better there on the back. There maybe was a little bit something there in the red box, a little rubber crease or something. But this is a good-looking book. Okay, like I said, I am basically just kind of going with my gut on these. I have no idea. I just looked at this for probably about 20 seconds. And I am going to guess that the grade on this book is a 7.5. This could be a disaster. This could be really embarrassing. Because like I said, I barely looked at the book. But let's see. Is it a 7.5? I don't know. Let's see how this goes. 8.5. Okay, so it's a little bit better than I anticipated, which is good. I have typically been a little bit harsher on color-breaking spine ticks than maybe I should be, and this is actually a good example of it. This book looks really, really good, except for those color-breaking spine ticks. So I am not mad at the 8.5. And generally, if I'm going to grade something really, really quickly, I'm in a shop or something like that, and I just need to make a decision, I'm going to be a little bit harsh on my grade. So if I had bought this expecting it to get a 7.5 and it came back an 8.5, I'd be happy with that. So, okay. So not terribly embarrassing. Wrong, as expected, but not terribly wrong or embarrassingly wrong. Well, we got three more books to go, though, so let's see. There's plenty of opportunity for me to embarrass myself. Here is X-Men 58. Once again, I'm covering the grades. Let's go ahead and let you take a look at some video of this book in its holder. Now we have X-Men issue number 58. This is the first appearance of Havoc in costume. There's also a Sentinels appearance, Mesmero, Living Pharaoh, and Banshee cameo. So we see here there's some problems. There's lots of color-breaking spine ticks. They're small, but there's lots of them. A little bit of a tear there at the staple hole. And then, yes, we see all the color-breaking spine ticks. We see some color rub there in the red in the box there. This section looks pretty good, but this corner's got some color rub, maybe a little bit of creasing, some more color rub and creasing and color-breaking creases. Some more light but color breaking in the bottom right-hand corner there. Yeah, there's a fair accumulation of defects on this book. On the back here, it looks pretty good. I don't see too much of a problem. It looks like maybe there's some creasing through there on the edge. I don't know if that's a flaw in the paper because these were pressed, but that does look interesting. The rest of it looks really good. You can barely even tell there are those spine ticks on the front there when you look at the back. But yeah, all in all, I mean, the back of this book looks pretty good. Okay, so once again, I just looked at this book for probably 20 to 25 seconds. It looks like it has a similar amount of damage as the last book. Of course, no two books are the same, but it looked similar. I'm going to go with an 8.5. It could be an 8.0. That was going to be my gut, but after looking at that first book, now I want to say 8.5. So let's see. Did it get 8.5? Let's see. 6.0? Well, there's something about this book that is not immediately obvious. There must be some kind of creasing or something detached. I'll throw up the grader's notes right here, of course. I cannot wait to see the grader's notes myself because, well, 6.0 seems super harsh on this book. Wow. Well, we'll see. Maybe the creasing up there on the right. Nah, I would have gone like 7.5, 7.0 at the worst case scenario. 6.0. That's very surprising to me. Very, very surprising. So I was way off on that one, which matches my expectations about this exercise. But let's plow through and let's see. Were you as surprised as I was about that one? Let's see how we do on this next one. The next one is X-Men number 58. Let's go ahead and show you some video of it. All right, now we have another copy of X-Men issue number 58. This is the first appearance of Havoc. We've already gone over that. So at first glance, it's kind of nice to be able to compare back-to-back books because you can see how much better this book is than the previous book. Some also argue, however, that submitting multiples of the same book is sometimes a dangerous thing to do because when you offer the greater direct back-to-back comparisons, there's the opportunity that maybe they saw this one first and that this looks real good, and then the other one looked a lot worse in comparison and therefore suffered in its grading. But, you do you. But this book looks really pretty good. It's not flawless. It did have some small color-breaking spine ticks, but and some little other flaws, but it looked really pretty good. The back also looks really very good. This is a really nice looking book. You see, even the miswrap there is not betraying a series of color-breaking spine ticks. There's maybe a little bit something going on there, but nothing significant. Yeah, I think it's a great-looking book. Okay, so I just looked at this for less than 30 seconds. This one looks better than the last one. It looks really good. I want to say 7.5 or 8.0. I'm actually leaning a little bit more towards 8.0. I'm going to give it a 7.5. Let's see what the actual results are. Okay. What did it get? An 8.5. Okay. I'm all turned around. This one does look better than the last one by a long shot. Does it look 2.5 grade increments better? No. But it's pretty good. One thing I'll point out is that last copy, that 6.0 copy of issue number 58, when I looked on the back, it did look like it had some creases on the back. I wonder if maybe that 6.0, if it got, all of these got pressed, if it got repressed, could maybe get a grade bump because once again, I have to look at the grader's notes before I actually say anything definitive. But I was way off on this. What did I say? I was going to say 7.5 or 8.0, and I ended up going with 7.5, and it came back 8.5. Okay. Close. And then once again, if I'm out in the wild, trying to decide if I want to buy something really quickly, I would say I did okay, and I was overprotective. I was wrong in the right direction. If I had bought that first copy of that X-Men 58, is it? Yes. And I had expected it to come back like an 8.0 or an 8.5, and it came back a 6.0, I'd be sad. The other ones I'd be okay with. Okay, the last one we're going to talk about in this video today is X-Men number 49. Sweet, sweet book. Let's go ahead and take a look at some video that I made. Can you tell I'm regretting making a video like this? This is X-Men issue number 49. This is the first appearance of Polaris, Laura Dane, and Mesmero. Also, Origin of the Beast. Yeah, you should spend more than 25 seconds looking at a book to grade it, and you should do it before it gets graded. But this is an exercise. Okay, there's some erasure there in the X of X-Men. That's damage. I don't know why somebody tried to erase something, but that's damage, and that will impact the grade negatively. There is a nice little crunch there in the bottom right-hand corner, and some additional kind of color-breaking creasing there along the bottom. Maybe some scratches there at the bottom of the eye there in the black. The back looks pretty good. I think that's just about as white as you're going to expect that to get. Maybe a small little bit of staining there, possibly a little bit of tanning, but I don't know if it's enough. Well, maybe in the corner there along the spine. Oh, okay, yeah, there's some business going on along the spine here, some discoloration. That'll hurt the grade a bit. But all in all, it's a pretty good looking book. I don't know about you. Okay, So finally, once again, I spent just about 30 seconds looking at this book, assessing it. I've got some questions about this one. This one is as far as my gut instinct is concerned, is throwing me off on some things. Some of this on the back cover, this top staple, looks like there's rips or something like that. If there are rips and little holes, that's going to hurt the grade a lot. But in general, it's a really nice looking book. I also don't know if in this X right here, if there's some kind of like color loss in the X right there. I'm not sure. I'm going to guess that this book got a 7.5. God, this is embarrassing. I'm probably going to be way off. Let's see. Right, remember, we're just having fun here. Just, let's see. 7.0. Okay, so my 7.5 guess was pretty close. So that's not so bad. That's not so bad. I'm happy with that, considering, once again, that I looked at it for 2 seconds. I expected a 7.5 and came back 7.0. I'm happy with that. This one, you know, what did I say? 7.5 on this, but I was leaning between 7.5 and 8.0, and I got the 8.5. Okay, or Octavio got the 8.5. That one's not so bad. I did pretty well there. This one I thought was going to be an 8.0. It was a 6.0. I still don't understand this, especially coming off of that first book. I mean, look, I see 8.0 being too high. 6.0 boggles the mind, though. But once again, I'll take a look at the grader's notes. And then I guessed, what, a 7.5 on this, and it came back an 8.5, I think, if I remember correctly. So, not too bad. Not too bad. You know, this has been a fun little exercise, fun little thing to do. If you like it, likes are appreciated by me. If you didn't like it, well, you should take a look at my other Test Your Comic Book Grading Skills videos. You might like those better. Make sure you subscribe so that you're notified when I post those. And leave comments and let me know what you thought. That's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.